Good afternoon, great afternoon. Hey, everybody, how are you all? It is time for another Max Life Moment with the Shift Mentor, Natalie B. Green. Just wanted to take this little lunchtime break to share a thought with you. So I'll, just hang around a little bit. But while I'm waiting for maybe a couple of you to come on, I want to go ahead and say, as you do come on, say hello. Okay, there we go. So anyway, I wanted to say also, thank you to everyone who reached out to me for my 56th birthday. It was the most amazing contribution. Hey, Miss Charity, love you, baby girl. Um, and please let me know, guys, if I'm freezing up. Just drop me a note. I'm gonna try to take my time and actually look at comments this time. But I did want to stop by a bit on lunch break again to say thank you so much for all of the love you guys showed me. I feel so, and thank you guys so much for everything you did and said concerning me. But I wanted to take a moment. I put up a post earlier this morning rather, and I said something about freezing. If it keeps freezing, what I'll do is go off and then I'll start again. Maybe I'll relocate because I'm kind of sitting in the car here outside of the office. But if it keeps freezing, then we'll, start again, right? Thank you, Charity, for letting me know that. But voice and how it is that sometimes we can have experiences in life that causes us to be muzzled. These experiences, these situations, and things that happen to us will often take our voice. It'll take our power. Sometimes it takes away even our will to live. It takes away our desire for life, right? And so I just thought about that this morning. I thought about how tragic that is. And I encounter in my coaching business, I encounter so many people who have lost their voice. They're to the point they don't even know what their own voice sounds like, who they are authentically, what do they bring to the table, what do they have to offer the world. All of that is stripped many times when we are traumatized, when we are victimized, right? And so what happens is we begin to do life mechanically. I say it all the time. We go through life in a robotic manner, just doing life because we're living and we have to get up and put one foot in front of the other. But I want to encourage you all today, those of you who are listening live, as well as those of you who will come back and listen, that you don't have to remain muzzled. You don't have to remain quiet. You do not have to shy away from who you are authentically, and you do not have to deny yourself the right to release your authentic voice in the earth. You were born for a particular purpose. You were born, as the guy from Taken says, with a particular set of skills, right? And so that you have something in you that needs to be heard. You have something in you that needs to be felt. You have something in you that needs to be dispersed to humanity, to those who God has assigned to your life, right? But of course, the enemy comes at us and he wants to take our voice. He wants to take our voice because he knows if he can take our voice, he can take our power. He can take our desire. He can take our will. He can take out everything that makes us valuable, right? And so if he can shut us up, and I don't mean you have to be out speaking. You may not be called to be a speaker, but you're called to touch somebody in some unique way. Maybe you're called to minister to a particular people group. Maybe you're called to touch people in a certain arena in life. But if he gets the opportunity to take your voice by taking your identity, to think that you're a victim because you've been victimized. But I'm here to tell you today that you do not have to label yourself a victim because you've been victimized. You don't have to take the narrative that came with the trauma you experienced in life, right? Because Jesus came to give us overcoming victory, right? We're not going to stay trapped into our trauma. Come on. We're not going to remain trapped in our trauma, because the truth of the matter is a large majority of people, movers, shakers, millionaire minds, people who are moving and making great strides in life, have experienced some sort of trauma. They have experienced some situation where they felt victimized, but they did not stay. They said, I'm going to rise above where I was. I'm not going to allow what happened to me to define me. Come on. I am still going to release my authentic self into the earth, because I understand that I am value added. Lord have mercy. You got to understand that you are value added, that everyone who encounters you, I know everyone who encounters Natalie B. Green, they get value added. There's a shift that takes place in the life of a person who I get an opportunity to pour into, who I get an opportunity to touch with whatever it is. I might give you a compliment. I might give you a word from the Lord. I might touch you in a way that you had not been touched before because people were afraid. But I'm going to tell you something, that when you encounter the shift mentor, value is added to your life. And you know what? It's not just me. You should be able to say with confidence and boldness that when you come in contact with me, there is value added. Why? Because I walk in an authentic power. I walk in an authentic identity. I walk full of purpose. I walk full of knowing who I am, why I am, and who I am created for. Right? So what am I saying today? I'm saying today that yes, I agree. I understand that you have gone through some trying situations. I understand that you've experienced some trauma. I understand you have been victimized. But my question to you is, how long are you going to allow that thing to repeat itself in your life? How long are you going to allow that thing to hold you back? And because that's the way you were raised, and that's not what your mama did, and that's not how we do things here. How long are you going to allow that narrative to take away your voice and to keep you quiet and to keep you submitted under something that you were not ever created for? How long are you going to seek to blend in when God called you to stand out? Lord have mercy. How long are you going to wait to get someone else's approval before you step out on a dream? How long are you going to wait for someone else's approval to even dream? Do you know that when people steal your voice, they steal your power, they steal your strength, they also steal your ability to dream? They steal your sight. You can't even have vision for anything greater. You settle for where you are and think, well, this is it. I ain't going nowhere. This is all I'm going to be able to get because I've been through this and there's no way I can get out of it. But I'm going to say to you today that the devil is a liar. The victimizer is a liar. The one who brought the trauma to you is a liar, right? And so that's what you have to declare out of your mouth. I can't hear you. My God, I can't hear you. I want to be able to hear you. And I want you to be able to be heard in the life of those that God has assigned to you. Do you realize that there are a particular set of people that God has assigned to you because of your particular set of skills? Come on. Right? There are people waiting for you to be revealed. There are people waiting for you to come alive. There are people waiting for you to release your authentic voice. And so you can't wait around hoping that someday it'll get better. No, baby, you got to get up. My God. You got to wash your face. You got to brush your teeth. And you got to get dressed. And you got to begin to walk toward the thing that God has put inside of you. I don't care what it was. You can overcome. You can break through. You can break free, right? And you know what? Sometimes you need people to walk alongside you to make that happen. You need people who are in your corner who understand the value that you add to life and who can help you uncover all of the things that you've placed over the things that cause you to be authentic. All the layers, all the stuff you just do in life just so that you can keep peace for the sake of, well, let me just don't rock the boat. No, baby, it's time to rock the boat. Because you've been sitting and chilling long enough. Your voice needs to be heard. Your voice needs to be heard. Who you are authentically needs to show up in the earth realm. You do not want to leave this life full of what God has put on the inside of you. You do not want to leave this life not ever pouring out what it is that God has deposited in you. Why? Because God is not getting his return, the return on his investment. God has invested greatness inside of you. But he didn't put it inside of you for you to sit on it, for you to bury it, for you to cover it up under trauma, for you to cover it up under victimization, for you to cover it up under